First time at the V3 by the link. Look how thin that cable is. Okay, so here we are doing the supercharger test. We've got this here. All the cabinets are actually right there for the supercharger. We've got another Model 3 coming in. But yeah, like this cord is crazy thin. So the cool thing about this location is they do have all those high power wall connectors. If you are like staying at one of the resorts or something like that, you can just plug in there and kind of like trickle charge. And then you have some more high power wall connectors over here for handicap parking. You have all the cabinets over there. Of course, right under the massive high roller right here. Huge. But if you need a quick charge, you have all these V3 Superchargers maxing out at 250 kilowatts. But the only downside with all these V3 Superchargers is only Model 3 can actually utilize that full 250 kilowatts right now. Model S and X, like the max we've seen, is like 150. So hopefully there's an update or something to Model S and X to fully be able to utilize like the full 250 like Model 3. That would be super, super nice. And the great thing is the entire thing is covered with solar panels. All of it. So not only do you get covered parking, you get it solar covered parking. But yeah, I think actually we should get the FLIR camera because I brought that and see if we can see these liquid cooled cables. Okay, so here you can see the cable itself. 130. I mean, it's not too hot to touch, but it's supposed to be liquid cooled. So here's the cable that's not on. You can see it is ambient. And then we walk over to a cable that is on. She's toasty. I was kind of hoping to see like the liquid, like cooler liquid running in, but I don't know how that exactly works. Maybe Dan at What's Inside should cut one of these open. If you're listening, Dan, please cut one open. So we have been plugged in for 23 minutes so far, and we have gained 200 miles. Holy crap, that's a lot of miles. So looking around at all these 8 right here on this side are actually general valet overflow and Tesla vehicle parking, whereas the 8 on the other side and those 8 over there are just for Tesla charging. So actually, if you do charge here, my advice would be to park on this side, because this side can be used for either Tesla charging or overflow, so that way the Tesla only spots are still vacant in case other people need to come charge. And there is actually a tram station not too far actually from the supercharger right there that you can actually take and be able to take this pretty much anywhere on this side of the strip that you want to go. So here we are, pretty much done. I probably won't charge to 100%. This is about 90%. Came in with 22 miles. We are now up to 265 at a cost of $17.70. Now we could continue charging. I would actually not recommend always going to 100% unless you really have to. Now on road trips, I actually almost will never go to 100%. I tend to try to pull into the supercharger between 5 and 10%, as you just saw at 22 miles. And then I just charge enough to get to the next supercharger, or maybe even skip one and go to the next one. I try not to charge above 80% though, because between 80 and 100%, EVs in general are going to be a little bit slower because you can't pump all that juice into the battery when it's almost full, because that will accelerate degradation and actually hurt your battery pack. So they do kind of have to taper off. Another thing being said is we started off at 250 kilowatts and now we are down to 31 at about 90%. So that just goes to show you, you start really high and then you start to taper down to safe levels so that you don't have your battery pack damaged. So we'll go ahead and put up the time-lapse footage real quick. So yeah, there you have it. That's basically it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. First time at a V3 Supercharger for me. Absolutely loved it. Would love to see S and X be able to charge this fast, not just Model 3. And I'd love to see a lot more V3s out there with that 250 kilowatt max. That actually would help a lot of people. On my road trip, that could potentially cut my charging trip in half. Because normally I'm at like 120 to 150 kilowatts at a charger. If I could get to 250 to start on all my charging, that would actually save me a ton of time. So hopefully that all ends up rolling out soon. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys have been to a V3 Supercharger and what your experience is. One gentleman actually came up and spoke with me for a few minutes, and he actually got 1,062 miles an hour as his all-time max. He's been here a few times, and that's what he got. That's pretty darn impressive. So let me know down below and we can talk about it down there. As always though, huge thanks to our channel sponsor, Abstract Ocean. If you guys are looking to accessorize your Model S, X, or Model 3, much like this one, definitely check their website, all listed down below. Using code Tesla Inventory will actually get you 15% off your first order. It's an awesome deal. My two must-haves for Model 3 are definitely gonna be that center console wrap, because I'm not a huge fan of that gloss black material, as well as that matte screen protector. Not only does it protect it, keep it safe, it thwarts off fingerprints so you really don't see any of that, as well as glares from the sun, which you can actually get a lot of with the OEM screen without a protector on it. Can't believe too, this location actually opened 2 days after we came through Vegas with our Model X that we sold. The day we got home, it opened. So we missed it by that much. But I'm here now. And one last thing, you actually only get 1 hour free to park here. Otherwise you end up having to pay. So if you are supercharging, that is just another incentive to not leave your car here after you have fully charged, because you'll end up having to pay parking. And Vegas parking, not cheap. So yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that. As always, thumbs up if you did. Go and click here to subscribe here for some other ones. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't, because I'm actually traveling through Vegas to film another video, maybe a series of videos that'll be really exciting. I can't wait to show you guys.